Okay, I think it worked. We are streaming, it looks like. I think? Maybe? Let's find out. How's everybody doing tonight? I got a lot of stuff to talk about here. Let's see. I'm live. Hell yeah. Okay. We're going to get the link and post it in a few places. Live now. Link in the comments. Live on YouTube and Twitch. Oh, look at that. Okay. Bum, bum, bum. How's everybody doing? Once again, hit that like and subscribe. That's what I'm supposed to say, right? That's what I'm supposed to say. Okay. I'm going to put this on the comment. And let me find that other post from earlier for you people that interacted earlier. Okay. And we'll put it in the Discord too, because I know some of you guys actually are in the Humble Among Discord. I'm sorry I'm not in the Humble Among Discord more. Oh, Stony asked me something. It was great. Okay. So I got a lot of stuff to talk about, ladies and gents. Yeah, it was nice seeing you too, Onstead, my guy. I had a great fucking time at Hallowicked, man. It was a fucking blast. My first Hallowicked. We're going to talk about that at some point, but I got a lot of stuff. Oh, what's up, Katie Kaboom in the live? That's fresh to see you in here. Got a lot of stuff to talk about, folks. A lot of stuff happened. So I opened for Ouija last week. A lot of shit happened. We're going to talk about a lot of shit. Yeah. My notes, and I saw the ICP movie. I'm going to talk a little bit about United States of Insanity. I got some unboxing shit we're going to do. We got the weed strains up in here. We're going to be smoking tonight. I got Yum Yum Bedlam on deck. I'm going to open Yum Yum Bedlam and show it to you. We're going to talk about Yum Yum Bedlam. Yeah, I got the Chapter 17 shoes over here I'm looking at. We're going to open those up tonight and maybe try those on. We got a lot of fun stuff we're going to do tonight, folks. So, yeah, share this shit with other juggalos and like-minded weirdo individuals who want to participate and talk in the chat. I always try to engage with the goddamn chat. Oh, that's so sweet. Hopefully I get famous. I'm only trying to get Juggalo famous or Underground famous, Katie. But that's so sweet of you. Katie said she's going to be able to say she knew me before I was famous. I'm not really trying to get famous. I would love to get Juggalo famous, though. That would be fucking fresh. Don't want to get too famous, you know what I mean? All right, so first of all, I want to talk about something recent in the news, some wrestling-related news, and Jon Moxley announced that he's going into treatment for alcohol. And I just want to shout out Jon Moxley and wish him the best. As someone who's had problems with alcoholism myself, I relate with that, and I wish him the best. I hope he gets the help that he needs. Big wrestling fan, big Moxley fan. He's obviously been killing it. I don't think it's been affecting his work too much, but I want him to get well, and I hope that motherfucker comes back twice as hard, or 17 times as fucking badass as Violent J has. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. I also watched the No Jumper interview with Violent J, so we're even going to talk about that. I got a lot of shit to get to, folks, so we're going to just go through the notes. Let's see, should I unbox the Chapter 17 shoes now? Should we start something off with something a little exciting? I think we'll do that. Fuck it. We're going to do that. We're going to start it off with the Chapter 17 shoes, which I got last week. I actually got them, was it the day of the Ouija show? I think they showed up. I just opened the box. I haven't actually, you see, I just opened the top of the box. I'm not going to dox myself this time. I'm trying real hard not to dox myself. So, get the return label out of here. I haven't even opened the actual shoe box. I wanted to save that for the stream. Oh, shit. Okay, let's get this boy out of here. So we got the chapter 17 on the side and on the top. Yeah. Oop. Fresh as fuck. We are all the pages with the hatchet and the C17. Now, I know a lot of motherfuckers out there are hating on these shoes. And I don't know. I guess they're saying they're like cheap Walmart knockoff shoes and all this shit. Fuck you. How about that? These shits are fresh, and I think it's dope that Ouiji's doing something different. Who puts out fucking shoes in the underground? This is some different shit. So I just wanted to support the man, and yeah. So here we go. We're opening the box now. Yes, yes. We're gonna open the paper now. Ooh, oh, ooh. See, I don't know if I'm gonna actually try them on, because I am kind of keeping them on some collector shit. But boy, these are actually, they're very lightweight. I heard someone say they're heavy. These are not heavy at all. Some people are shit talking these, saying they already look fucking busted out of the box and shit. I saw that on Facebook. I don't know, man. I don't think they look that fucked up. I think they're, you know, I don't even really like Nike-esque type shoes. Like, I heard these were like similar to a Nike Air Max. I'm not a big Nike sneakerhead or anything. Don't have a lot of sneakers. Don't have a single pair of Nikes. I rock Vans usually. But yeah, European 46. So, this is going to go with my Ouiji collection. Which, let me just tease my Ouiji collection to you guys real quick. So this is my my Ouiji collection box. I got this on an earlier, man, this is a pretty old Ouiji merch drop. And it's kind of like where I keep all my Ouiji merch, is all my CDs and shit like that. Just kind of stuffed in there. So now I have those two boxes together. Now, if you want me to try the shoes on another stream, let me know and I'll do that shit. But for the sake of time, and I don't even have socks on right now and shit, and not having a good camera angle, like, I'll film the shit maybe for a bonus video if you want to see me actually try the shit on. We can do that shit. But I think on some collector, keeping it pristine shit, I'm keeping that shit in the box for now. Fuck it. So I want to talk, and while we're talking about Ouiji Mac shit, I want to talk about this Ouiji Mac tweet from, just see, that must have been last week at this point. And boy, I agree with this sentiment. So I just wanna read this tweet because you know, it's some stuff that I've touched on here on the Humble Among broadcast system. What's the name of my program? So I just want to read this tweet and talk about it real quick. Imagine calling yourself a juggalo and not respecting and honoring ICP. ... So embarrassing. ... End quote. Now that's the whole tweet. Now he actually comment locked this tweet because so many people were commenting on it, assuming he was talking about Twisted. And Ouiji actually said, you know, a lot of people are assuming I'm talking about a certain somebody with this, but I'm not talking about them necessarily. And you know, I know exactly where he's coming from. There's definitely a lot of fucking shit in the underground, a lot of fucking fake ass, you know, juggalos in the fucking underground Jeff shit. And, you know, there's a lot of people who claim juggalo and just don't even fuck with ICP like that. And it's a little bit of a weird look, a little weird move. Not like you gotta be a fucking ICP fan to be a juggalo. Frankly, there's a lot of people that go to the shows and don't even fucking stay for the show. They're kind of there for the fucking the friendship. Yeah, that's the word I'm looking for, right? And Porky Pig shit over here. But yeah, you know, so you don't have to be a fan of ICP, but you should at least respect them and honor them. And that's what Ouiji was pointing at there. I just felt it was pertinent to read that goddamn shit on here. Another Ouiji show was canceled the night before. Let's see. It was for the Friday night, so the 29th show was canceled. I forget what city that was in, but I think it was just low ticket sales this time. Not any quote-unquote gang bullshit stopping it. I guess it were in the one in Providence, there was a shooting that ended up shutting that shit down. I don't know if I talked about that on here at all, but fuck you and your gang bullshit. Why are you fucking up shit for juggalos? Now they're just gonna cancel the Juggalo event because you fucking wanted to shoot up a club. Fuck you. Anyway, let's see. I'll talk about that during Hallowicked. There's some some speculation because of the Twisted uh, show thing where the ICP fans were chanting ICP at the Twisted show. I did see on Facebook some juggalos were saying that there was speculation that ICP was going to have Twisted fans show up at Hallowicked or the release show or something, and that they were going to chant Twisted or some shit at an ICP show. Uh, I was going to say this during the Hallowicked thing. Boy, that would be funny if that actually happened. I'd love to see how that plays out in an ICP show versus a Twisted show with fans chanting ICP at a Twisted show. Um, anyway, just had to bring that up real quick. I thought that was funny. Saw that shit on Facebook and thought that shit was funny that people were saying that. Um, let's see. United States of Insanity came out last week. We're going to go way into last week because I've been a busy little bee, a busy little beaver as always. So I've been, yo, what's up, Cult Cannon in the house? Thank you for doing that reaction video. Yo, if you guys haven't seen, go to Cult Cannon's YouTube page. He did a reaction video to Strictly Wicked, my new music video. Go check that shit out. I really appreciate your input, my guy. I kind of hinted at this in my comment, but I think you're going to really like Halloween Tape 5 with the stuff you were saying about my voice and what kind of music you want to hear me over. I think you're really going to like Halloween Tape 5 next year. So, United States of Insanity, though. We're going to go back in time next week because I have been a busy bee, a busy beaver. Haven't had a chance to do, this stream and much of anything. Ooh. Oh, I know it's completely here's something. I certainly will, Cult Cannon. I certainly will. I know it's completely irrational and unjustified, but I don't like Ouija Mac because the very first time I saw/heard one of his videos, he was standing in a bathtub while holding a toaster. I know what video you're talking about. You don't like the I don't think it's cool to glorify electrocution. That's from Katie Kaboom in the chat. I get that. I don't know if he's glorifying it. Is that the one where it's like the whole music video is like completely, like everyone in the apartment is completely still, I think, and then like they go into the bathroom and at the end he's holding the toaster, like they caught the moment. Anyway, to each their own. I know there's a lot of people that don't like Ouija Mac's stuff for other reasons. They just don't like his style. But this is an interesting reason to not like him. Yeah, I thought that's what I think it is, that video. I can't convince you to like Ouija Mac. I was gonna sit here and try to have like well, you should just give him another try. I mean, it is art, you know. But I get where you're coming from. Some things definitely aren't cool to glorify. I just don't. Why is the electrocution thing? What's I don't know. If it goes too deep, maybe I shouldn't be asking this question. Maybe there's a personal reason why the electrocution thing hits a nerve. Hey, to each their own, you know what I mean, Katie? But we got Tuesday last week, they did do United States of Insanity on a certain amount of screens. What was it? 600 something screens. So I went to Hadley, Massachusetts to see this. Now, I expected to see at least some juggalos or no juggalos. I low-key, walking up in that bitch, thought, okay, I'm probably going to be the only one in there. Especially when I went to go select my seat, it looked like there was no other seats taken. What was really fresh, pick your own seat. Now, with the whole theater being open, it didn't really matter what seat I was going to pick, so I got to pick from any seat that I wanted, basically, in the theater. And so the seats were done by sections, A, B, C, and all that stuff. And I noticed that, I was like, oh shit, I should just get a 17 seat. And I noticed that there was a C section. I'm like, C17, chapter 17. So I found that C17 boy, and I bought my ticket as C17. So I just think that is fresh. It's going to kind of tie into the show that I did the next night, opening for Ouija Mac. Ooh, we got some comments popping off. Oh, yep, it is something personal. I don't know if I should read that out loud, Katie, so I'm not going to, but I completely understand where you're coming from with that. And definitely, I completely understand because that's a trigger for you. I completely understand. Like I said, I'm not going to read that out loud because that is extremely personal and that's her business. But I mean, I've glorified. We're talking about glorifying suicidal thoughts in music, and I've definitely done the same thing. But yeah, hey, to each their own because it's a very personal and real situation for you. So I get that. What's up, Alric in the chat? But hey, I get it. I completely get it. Because my mom died from a car accident, and not a car accident. She was hit by a car, to be very specific. And that shit, there's a lot of stuff where people back in the day, I used to really get triggered by yo mama jokes even. So I completely get it. There's definitely certain things, car violence things that trigger me and cause me to feel certain emotions when it comes to my mother's death. Yeah, let's get off this heavy subject. I know we shouldn't be on this heavy subject, especially talking about personal shit like that. Love you, Katie. So this documentary, there was no one there. It seemed. I walked around the mall a little bit. I was trying to get a smoothie at this little fucking smoothie shop, but there seemed to be no fucking clerk there. After I went and used the bathroom, there's still no clerk there. I noticed that there was a juggalo. I recognized him from his Great Malenko shirt, sitting there reading a book. So I went over and whoop whooped at him. He whoop whooped back. And yeah, so there was a juggalo in the house, at least one. So that was a good sign. I went out into the parking lot because I had like a good 45 minutes to kill before the movie, and there's a Trader Joe's that was in this Hadley, Massachusetts sort of parking facility, shopping mall area. So I went over to Trader Joe's because I wanted to see the Trader Joe's food wares, but I didn't have very much time to look in Trader Joe's. I got some cereal bars, you guys. I got some apple cinnamon boys and some fig boys. $2 a piece for a whole box. Shout out to Trader Joe's. I wish there would be a Trader Joe's closer to my area. There's some really good and cheap food at Trader Joe's. Yeah, I've been hella on a smoothie kick. We're gonna talk some more smoothie shit when I get to the Hallowicked story. So yeah, I went back to the movie. Went into the theater, and that same Juggalo was in there. He was the only one in there. I sat sort of next to him. I didn't want to be a creep and sit completely next to him, but I didn't want to make him feel like I was trying to, leave him alone in there. I wanted to make him feel like, and he actually, low key, he kind of did pick out the best general area in the fucking theater to sit anyway. So I sat like 2 seats away from the homie. The movie started. There was no credits. They were doing factoids. They're like doing like trivia questions before the movie. So I kind of wish I would have gone in there earlier and kind of sat and enjoyed some of the trivia questions because they seemed like I saw some of them later and some of them were decent trivia questions. My area has never even heard of Trader Joe's. So lame. Yo, shouts out to no one not even having anyone who's heard of a Trader Joe's in his area. Yeah, they're pretty rare around me. They're creeping up into Massachusetts though, so the fact that there's one only like an hour away is a good sign. I'm hoping one comes closer to me. So the movie starts and there's I'm not going to do a full review of the movie. I'm just going to touch on a couple of little things that really stuck out to me in the movie because I want to do a full sit down and really review this boy and do full notes for it because there's a lot in this movie to talk about, folks. As a fan of ICP, this is one of the best documentaries, if not the best documentary to ever come out about the Insane Clown Posse. It does a great fucking job of actually explaining the history and what got them to where they were and their hustle, talking about the backyard wrestling shows, talking about it all, talking about handing out flyers, all of it. So the movie starts with a really funny preface. I forget what the actual preface was, but it's really funny. These guys, this was made by a third party, so this is not a Psychopathic Records production. This is made by another company, and it's fucking awesome. It's really, really fucking awesome. I had a great time watching it, a lot of laughs. It explains the culture really well. I think it's a really good way to show somebody who doesn't know shit about ICP, like, this is what these guys are about. Even a way to introduce them, especially if you want to show them about the FBI thing in particular. I would say almost the first half of the movie, the first 45 minutes to an hour, is strictly just explaining ICP and the culture before they even touch on the FBI stuff too much. My area is lame for every reason imaginable, no one says. When I do performances, I have to travel a bit. The music scene here is garbage. Hey, I relate to that. I pretty much have to travel to every fucking show, my guy. I live in Vermont, so every time I perform, I got to travel at least a half hour to an hour, usually an hour plus these days. I'm in Florence. Oh, yeah, that's right, homie. Oh, shouts out no one. I forgot you're Roger. Shouts out Roger, my childhood friend, in the fucking chat. Yeah, Trader Joe's, they definitely don't know about Trader Joe's down south, my guy. That's for sure. So yeah, I want to talk about a few of the scenes and just the general structure of the movie, I guess. I kind of already touched on the structure of the movie. So the first half is basically introducing you to ICP and the culture and everything, the gathering. And then they start to get into the fan stuff and the FBI stuff. And I'm not going to go too much into it. Like I said, I'm going to do a more in-depth blow-by-blow movie review. I have a lot of thoughts about this stuff. I wish I could have had my phone out taking notes, but I didn't want to distract from anybody else in the theater. By the way, a third Juggalo did walk in the theater. A little bit into that little intro thing, so he missed a little bit of it, but hardly anything. So 3 Juggalos in one movie theater. I was talking to the guy afterwards, and I figured out that there was at least 2 other movie theaters in Massachusetts doing the show, one in Worcester. So a lot of the Juggalos, I'm sure, in the Massachusetts area went to that Worcester show, being the healthy Juggalo town that Worcester is. Pals, that's right. Kid pal. Kid pals. Let's see. Great doc, even if you're not a fan. I think even if you're not a fan or even have any interest in the Insane Clown Posse at all, I think you can get a great documentary experience out of it. It's very funny. What's really interesting is I think this was basically shot over about 3 or 4 time periods, because you can tell Violent J's weight is fluctuating pretty wildly. When the FBI stuff started popping off, Jay was at probably his biggest ever. I think. I don't think he ever got much bigger than that. And then he slowly kind of tapers down to the point where by the time he's doing the march, he's skinny Jay. He's like super skinny Jay. Maybe the skinniest Jay has ever been since he was like a fucking teenager or something. Because that's when he's super skinny during the march. And then he got a little bit bigger again. You can tell the newer interview stuff, like the Fearless Fred, they definitely were interviewed during Fearless Fred Fury, because Shaggy's wearing a Fearless Fred shirt, so that must have been in that era. And Jay looks like he did about that era, maybe even about in COVID times. It kind of looks like that version of Jay. Hey man, gives you... Yes, I'm definitely trying to go into the city more, my guy. And I want to watch that doc, but the FBI stuff is my least favorite history moment of ICP. The Violent J No Jumper interview, I want to watch the documentary Violent J was talking about wanting to make. Yes, I have a little thing I want to talk about that. I'm going to talk about the No Jumper interview in a little bit. Okay. I like that the chat's popping off. Y'all are having little conversations in the chat. We got a healthy chat going on tonight. I fucks with it. I'm not gonna read everything because y'all are kind of having your own conversation there, but I fucks with it. I fucks with it, guys. Thank you for tuning in and engaging. This helps. Make sure you hit that like, boy. That's what really helps me the most. And subscribe. Oh, by the way, fuck guys, we got over 666 subscribes. I think we're at 676 as of right before I got on here. So shouts out to everybody who subscribed and helped me get to this 1,000. That's my big drive, is I'm trying to get to 1,000 subscribers so I can monetize this bitch. So yeah, thank you everybody. So the other thing about this documentary that was really surprising, it is done by a third party, and it does do a fantastic job of explaining the world of ICP, but also staying very objective. It spends a good amount of time on this bitch, showing you sort of the police point of view and where they're coming from with the labeling. There's some really fascinating footage in there of gang footage of, I believe it's a Crip member in Los Angeles, talking about why he's a gang member, and it's sort of intercut with footage of a juggalo from The Gathering talking about why he's a juggalo, and they are saying the exact same things, almost word to word, if not word to word, if memory serves correct. I thought that moment was fucking fascinating for many reasons. Ooh, wow, we got a lot of stuff going on in the chat, guys. Thank you for sharing the channel, No One. I really appreciate that, my guy. You guys are awesome. You guys are awesome. Thank you for listening, Alric. Thank you for listening. I have to do the listening to stuff gimmick at my job. I was actually doing that today with the No Jumper interview. Please feel free to share your music, No One, in the chat if you want to, my guy. They're talking about music, each other's music in here. Please feel free to share your music, man. I do not mind at all. Feel free to share whatever you want. It stays surprisingly objective. There's interviews with cops and agents. There's another part where they're talking about gang paraphernalia often being linked to sports teams. Talking about the Raiders hats in Los Angeles, and Los Angeles paraphernalia even being linked to Latin Kings, I believe. Yeah, yellow. So that part was also interesting, because that was sort of used to justify why they target the Hatchet Man. But at the end of the day, you're targeting fans. These people are not gang members. Yes, some of them are in gangs, and some of them do gang activity. But so do fans of everything. I mean, there's fans of Morrissey that are in some of the most hardcore gang members. Are you gonna start categorizing Cholo Goths? Maybe they are. Maybe I shouldn't ask that question. Maybe they're already categorizing Cholo Goths. Maybe this is a dangerous line of questioning. Maybe I shouldn't go down this line. Anyway, regardless, it's bullshit. It's fandom. You shouldn't be trying to criminalize fandom. That's what's really going on here at the end of the day. And yeah, we shouldn't be for that bullshit. As if you like juggalos, if you hate juggalos, it shouldn't matter. Oh, I wouldn't let you. My bad, guy. Do some sneaky shit and say where you can like where they can find you or whatever, like your name and what website it's on. Oh, there we go. He already did that. What am I talking about? He did that several chats up. Hey, bro, don't worry about it. Flood these comments. I like the comments being flooded. Flood these boys. I think it might help me. so flood this shit. I like that you guys are fucking connecting here. We got Cult Cannon and No One having a little connection in the chat here. Let's see. There's some really interesting stuff. I'm gonna save my favorite part of the whole movie for last. There's some really interesting stuff with Violent J in his house with Sugar Slam. And during when he's still married with Sugar Slam, he's big J in his kitchen. He's painted up, and he's talking about doing the gimmick, basically. And he's really stressed out. And it's one of the more interesting fucking moments in the movie, and sort of an insight into like a real behind the paint moment. Even though he's in the paint, it's a behind the paint moment, and it's so fresh to see that moment. The other thing that's really cool, I'm gonna save my favorite moment in the movie for last. At the end of the movie, this is a slight spoiler, in the theater there's concert footage. They show whole songs. I believe it was 4 or 5 whole songs of the Gathering of the Juggalos from 2014, I believe it was. And it's really fucking clean footage, really professionally done. Also, in this movie, there's some clips of music videos, and boy, it's so fucking cool to see Insane Clown Posse music videos blown up huge on the big screen. And seeing ICP live, big and huge on the big screen, that was really fun. What was the ICP documentary from like decades ago where they were really detailed about banging groupies? I saw it when I was a kid. That's called Backstage Pass. And Backstage Pass is really interesting now because there's some interviews with Jonathan Davis and Fred Durst and Wes Borland, I believe. And they're saying some things that I believe would get them canceled like a motherfucker nowadays if that shit were to surface. Because they are saying some wild shit in that fucking documentary. Backstage Pass is the name of that. And it's not really a documentary in so much as a pseudo-documentary / softcore porn. 9 in the room, only 7 likes. You guys, what are you doing here? It's like you guys don't like me or something. Thank you for being a pit boss of this chat, Colt Cannon. I appreciate it. So there's a part in the documentary. This is my favorite part of the documentary I'm going to talk about right now. There's a part in the documentary where they are in Amoeba Music and they're going through some music selections. I think they might have been filming this during, there was a YouTube video where they did this exact gimmick. It might be the exact video, the exact trip to Amoeba that they did this. So they pick some, they're picking out some CDs, and there's a section where they go through NWA, and they go to some Michael Jackson stuff. And they're sort of talking about Michael Jackson being an influence on ICP and how the sound is an influence on ICP. And Jay kind of looks at the camera and he says this thing. It's like, yeah, Michael Jackson. You wouldn't really guess that that's an influence on ICP, or something kind of jokey and snarky along those lines. Now, that really caught my attention because I've always kind of thought that there is a very pop sound to ICP's music. Mikey Clark puts a lot of pop drum sounds in their music. There's very sharp snare sounds, very full drum sounds that are often in pop music. And honestly, a lot of the ways that, especially the more positive and uplifting songs, a lot of the ways that those songs are structured and produced remind me of pop songs, specifically Michael Jackson pop songs. And we're going to bring this up a little bit later, a couple of times, the whole pop influence on the Insane Clown Posse. Low-key, I almost called this episode The Death Pop, because it comes up in the No Jumper interview as well, this idea of the death pop. And I want to put this out into the ICP universe more, because I believe that this might be the genre of music that Insane Clown Posse exists in. Maybe it's not the wicked shit, maybe it's not horrorcore, maybe it's the death pop. So I'm just, as I like to do, I like to put things out into the Juggalo universe. So this is another one that you can take from Humble Among. You heard it here from Humble Among, that Violent J's calling his shit the death pop, and I think we should be calling it the death pop. Because I like that name, and I think it really fits, especially with Yum Yum. We're going to get into that with Yum Yum here in a little bit. The sound of Yum Yum. So the movie premiered. Violent J was at the show, an LA show. The filmmakers posted an image of Violent J sans makeup at the show with some new face tats. I still can't figure out the one on his jaw, or I guess it's on this side, on his jawline. But the one over his eyebrow over here is definitely saying Scrub Life, and the other one over the opposite eyebrow definitely says Low Love. Now, I can't tell what the one on his jawline says, but those are 3 new face tattoos for Violent J. He looks good, man. So Violent J definitely was in rehab. We're going to talk about that a little bit. He was in a rehab called the Red Door. I haven't had a chance to research this rehab, but I think like I speculated on the last one, I think it must be an open door rehab kind of facility where you're allowed to go on day trips, especially with the way he was talking in the No Jumper interview. I love the movie, though. I tweeted that I think it deserves an Oscar nomination, and I was low-key I was saying I was because I'm biased, but I truly believe that this motherfucker movie deserves an Oscar nomination. It's a really good documentary, and it brings up a fantastic point about the First Amendment and about fandom and about how dangerous of like this is a slippery slope where, you know, a lot of motherfucking fans could be labeled quote unquote gangs or criminals because of simply the kind of shit that they like. That's whack as fuck. Yeah, all right. So the movie's great. I think it should be nominated for an Oscar. I know that sounds insane, and it, you know, it probably won't be, but I think it should be. They did announce that there is a DVD coming December 10th. You know, I'm going to pre-order that boy. I think there's an offer that if you email them a picture of your ticket, if you went to see the movie and you email them a picture of your ticket, I think you get like 15-25% off or something like that, a code. So I'm gonna try to do that, boy. I still have my ticket somewhere around here. I gotta find that. That's definitely a keepsake I don't want to lose. That's especially with my C17 seat, I don't want to lose that. Also, starting November 12th, it's going to be streaming, I think, but it's also going to be in some more theaters November 12th. I saw it just before coming on here. So if you missed it, you get another chance, and you know, you can watch it on DVD. Now, I'm hoping that we get a lot of fresh-ass extra features because it looked like they filmed whole concerts, at least 2 whole concerts for this. I'd love to get at least that Gathering concert. And it looks like they filmed the Hallowicked as well. I'd love to get both of these concerts. That would be fresh. Yeah, man. I think all fandom. You know, you be careful what kind of action figures you collect. No one. If you collect, I'm trying to think of. ICP has action figures. Oh boy. So. That was Tuesday night of last week. Wednesday, I had to open for Ouija Mac and Gizmo in Manchester, New Hampshire. I said had to. I got to open for Ouija Mac and Gizmo in Manchester, New Hampshire. I worked that day, and yeah, I was really tired. I barely had enough time to get ready for that show and drive over there. It was like an hour-and-a-half drive for me from my little small mountain town in Vermont to Manchester, New Hampshire. Bye, Katie. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. Oh, shit. He has the ICP figs. That's what's up. Oh, now we're talking figures in the goddamn chat. The chat's just going crazy. Chat's just going crazy tonight. So I had to drive there. Kosuke was supposed to come with me, but Kosuke was sick, unfortunately. He had a lung infection, not COVID. He got tested twice. It's not COVID. He's feeling better now. I just saw him earlier. Shouts out to Kosuke. Wish he could have came with me and killed that shit, but I had that on lock. We're going to talk about that. So I pulled up, met Felix. Shouts out to Felix for giving me this opportunity. I hung out with some juggalos in the crowd. Shouts out to Chaotic Neutral who and his girl who were in the fucking parking lot. Shouts out to Felix's son who drove up from Rhode Island, who I wish I would have met before the show or knew before the show, because I know Shayna was trying to get a ride from Rhode Island, and then I met a ninja from Rhode Island in the parking lot, so I wish I could have made that connection for Shayna earlier in the fucking day, but I couldn't. Shouts out to Shayna, who couldn't go to the Rhode Island show because of the cancellation. She was trying to make it up to the New Hampshire show, but couldn't get a ride. Wish I could have made that connection for you, homegirl. So I tried to go in. I actually went inside because I had to pee so bad. Felix got me in early, and Ouija was on stage sound checking. I just went to, as much as I was tempted to fangirl and watch the sound checking, I knew I was kind of just being let into piss, so I just went and pissed real quick and got the fuck out. Went and hung out with some juggalos, smoked a little bit with some juggalos, decided it looked like people were going to go inside, so I went inside. I saw Gino, Genocide Gino. Shouts out fucking Genocide Gino. Fucking love that dude. Saw Gizmo outside as well, said hello to Gizmo, met some more jugs in the crowd, or in the line and shit. Went inside and peeped the sound system. Sound system was fucking on point this time. If you guys saw my Lethal Weekend thing, I played Lethal Weekend 4, and they had an unfortunate situation where they had to replace the back stage sound system with the front sound system, so that was really unfortunate. But oh well. How is Ouiji live? Does he sound good? He's really good. I think Ouiji has evolved his live style quite a bit. I've seen him live. Fuck, man. I've seen Ouija live as many times as I've seen ICP. I think at this point, it's pretty even at this point. I've seen Ouija almost as much as I've seen ICP. He's really good live. He used to sort of not rap as much over his vocals. I will say that when I first saw him, the first couple of times I saw him at Fury Fest in the Gathering, he was not rapping as much over his vocals. He was kind of doing the thing that a lot of these new school rappers do, where they kind of just vibe. He has since started to cover a lot more of his vocals on stage, and he's rapping. I mean, at Hallowicked, he was rapping basically whole songs at this point. So yeah, he's dope as fuck. I like Ouija live. He really gets the energy going. He gets the fucking crowd moshing, gets the crowd moving. Body drop live is always a highlight. Wait, does Ouija do live? He raps over his own vocals. Definitely. He definitely raps over his own vocals. But hey, almost everyone does that. I do that. I'll be straight up, I do that. But I try to rap over all the shit that I can possibly rap over. But I do that shit too. I'll be straight up. And I'll tell you why I do that shit. Because I know that's the next question that you want to ask. You probably want to ask, why do you do that shit, Humble Among? I do that shit mainly for one reason. Or I do it for a couple of reasons, but the main reason I do that shit is because I forget my lyrics like a motherfucker. I fuck up every time I perform live. And if I have my backing track, I can keep that shit rolling, and you don't even notice that I fuck it up, because you just think I took a break for a second. Like I said, I try to cover all my fucking lyrics that I can, and most people don't even notice that I'm rapping over my vocals because I'm covering so well. But I am doing that shit. But I do it because I can't remember my fucking lyrics. And also, some of my shit is so layered to the point where I physically can't perform all of my shit because I'm rapping over my shit. My ad-libs are strange and dropping in odd ways and sort of overlapping. I can't physically perform all of my shit. But I have to. It is a thing. I feel guilty at times, and motherfuckers actually try to give me stress about it, but it's what I do. And honestly, there's a lot of motherfuckers that do way less. And that's what I try to explain to some of these people who try to give me stress about it. There's a lot of people who are straight up not rapping. They're going up there and just fucking vibing out and maybe doing the hook if you're lucky. Shouts out to DJ Paul at the Gathering of the Juggalos, just doing the hooks on all of his songs and barely doing them. Shouts out to NASCAR Allah at the motherfucking Gathering, barely doing any of his song, sort of just hopping around on stage. So, I mean, take it for what it is. Everyone does a live performance a different way. I wish I could perform without my fucking backing track, honestly. I wish I could do it. I can't do it. I'm gonna botch my shit. I'm gonna embarrass myself. It's just better off for my live performance if I do it. And here's I'll give you another reason, a secret reason that I don't tell many people. Here's a secret reason why, frankly, if you're rapping, you maybe should consider using your backing vocal. A lot of times you might be performing at a club with a really shitty fucking PA. And that mic might not be so good. And maybe the engineer doesn't like rap music and he's mixing your vocals super fucking fucked up for whatever reason. So you want to get off a decent performance, at least you can fucking get it off by having your fucking track, knowing your track is playing. Dude, they lip sync their own. I've heard, that's another thing. I've heard artists actually do lip sync, and I've never caught that personally. That's some other shit. Yeah, so I said hi to Gizmo. I went inside. I didn't really do a sound check. I could have done a sound check. I don't really feel the need to do a sound check. The engineer, I could tell, was on point. Shouts out to Benson. When I was up there getting ready to do my sound check, Benson mentioned the main mic was tuned to running into the channel 18 on the mixing board. And I said to Benson, is there any way I can use channel 17 to perform tonight? And he's like, yeah, you just have to use that mic. And so I kind of explained to him my reasoning, the whole 17 thing. Shouts out to motherfucking 17 gang and shit. And, I got that shit for my sobriety date. kind of pseudo some Juggalo shit because I got Carnival of Carnage colors on that shit too. Shouts out Chapter 17. I was pointing to the Chapter 17 merch, explaining how important the number 17 is to the Juggalo world. He said he was going to run the mic line through Channel 17 for everybody for the night, but I don't know if he did that. I know that I personally was rapping on Channel 17 that night for magical reasons. Yes. 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 Oh, so yeah, shouts out to Benson, the sound man Benson. He really was on top of the sound game. The sound was so much better than Lethal Weekend 4 because they had a proper sound system in that bitch this time. Shouts out all the openers. I watched every opener this time. At least part of your set, I watched all of you. I maybe went out to smoke during part of your set because I just got off stage, but I watched parts of all of your sets. Shouts out to Payne. I probably unfortunately missed the most of your set, brother, because I went outside to smoke right as I got off stage, and you were going on stage. I did catch your first song though, my guy. But I saw your set before, man. And no disrespect, you're the fucking shit. He came over and he took a picture with me before. And afterwards, he gave me mad love. So I want to say once again, shouts out to Payne. If you guys don't know Payne, Payn, I think Crazy Payne he goes by on some platforms. He does a really interesting style where he sort of sings in a very old school, almost like 30s, 40s sort of vocal style. It's very interesting and refreshing. I told him that at the show. I think it's awesome. Ooh. Thank you for my sobriety, man. I think we're at a year and 7 months, a year and 8 months or something. I gotta look at my gimmick. But yeah, it's been a journey, and I'm the happiest I've ever been right now, and it's mostly because I got fucking sober from that fucking booze, man. That booze was really fucking me up, really bringing me down. Maybe one day I'll do a video where I really go in deep and talk about my sobriety, because I know I've talked about it here and there on these streams. It might be an interesting video to really just go deep and tell you guys the story of my sobriety and kind of a brief history of it. I won't go too personal because some of it's frankly embarrassing as fuck, but I can kind of tell you guys some of the stories about that. But yeah, let me talk about my set. I almost brushed over my set and started talking about other shit. So I went on at about 8:20. I think I was like 4th or 5th to go on. The Juggalos immediately were kind of talking to me when I came on stage, and I was, talking back. Shouts out to the couple that had the contacts in their eyes. I was looking at their contacts. And shouts out to the Juggalos in the front who had their faces painted. It was very dope to see painted faces in front for me. And when I started my first song, Strictly Wicked, those Juggalos with the painted faces started moshing for me. So that's the first time I've had people mosh for me, I think. I don't think at any of the rock shows back in the day people moshed for me. But this was the first time at any rap show that definitely people have moshed for me. So shouts out to you Juggalos. I fucking love you guys for moshing for me for Strictly Wicked. Made me feel really fucking good. They whooped after every song. Everybody seemed, or the people that were up seemed into my shit. I heard from people who were in the back that even the people that were in the back were into my shit. So that made me feel really good. Thank you to everybody who came out and showed support. Thank you to Chaotic Neutral. Thank you to Mitchell, motherfucking Pike, for bringing me water on stage and always repping that alien head hard as fuck. Shouts out to Mitchell, one of my best fucking supporters, one of my biggest fans. The fucking homie, Mitchell fucking Pike. Love you, dude. You're the shit. Yeah, man. Thank you for everybody who bought a ticket off of me. Some motherfuckers bought tickets off of me and couldn't even fucking show up. Thank you. I really appreciate the support. You guys are awesome. You guys are just showing me so much love, and it's honestly like it's really it just encourages me to keep fucking going. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna fucking keep going no matter what, because I've been doing this shit for way too long with zero fucking encouragement. So you best believe now that I have a little bit of encouragement behind me, we're gonna go hard as fuck. So yeah, I went outside. I chopped it up with Gino's homie for a little bit, who actually just got out of the clink. I don't know if I should say that. I won't say your name, homie, but shouts out to you. You were really fucking cool. Really good dude. Also was chopping it up with Bakelo for a little bit. Bakelo showed up and performed kind of spur of the moment. Bakelo was in Salem, Massachusetts, and got invited up by Fury to perform. So Bakelo showed up and performed. Had a really good conversation with Bakelo outside. It's a really good dude, so shouts out to Bakelo. Then Genocide Gino took the stage and killed shit. Fucking shouts out to Genocide Gino. Love seeing that dude live. Love that dude's style. Love his weirdness. Love everything that dude's doing. Go check out Genocide Gino on streaming. He's from Massachusetts, and he's fucking dope as shit. I think he's on the rise, man. That's a dope motherfucker. Then we got Trey Pound with a performance. Trey Pound was a late addition to this show. Yeah, Whoop Conda. What's up, my guy? Whoop Conda in the fucking building. Love you too, dog. Yeah, man, it is the greatest. How many joints you perform on your set? I performed 4 songs. My set list was strictly Wicked. Let's see. Then I did Rabbit Hole. Then I did The Forest, and then I closed with Tempered, which Tempered is getting. I mean, Tempered is low key a fan favorite from Halloween Tape 4. And I'm having a lot of fun performing that live, and that's going to be maybe my show closer for a little bit, because that's such a great way to sort of close everything out and give people a sneak peek, if you will, of Halloween Tape 5. I've said it before on one of my streams, but Cult, that Halloween Tape 5, if you listen to it, it's sort of getting heavier as it goes on and weirder as it goes on. The music, I mean, is getting heavier and weirder as it goes on. After you get past track 5 and track 6, it definitely starts to get way heavier and way weirder. So yeah, stay tuned. I think you're really gonna like what we're planning for Halloween Tape 5, and all the other weird shit that I do in between, like I say on Gremlins from Christmas Tape 1. Check all the silly shit that I be doing in between, because I think we're gonna be dropping a lot of EPs next year. I think that 2022 is going to be the year of EPs for Humble Among, or at least shorter projects. You're going to see some shorter projects popping off from me for sure. So Trey Pound was in the building. Trey Pound did his set. Shouts out to motherfucking Trey Pound. Seen him live now a fucking couple of times too. No Nodis in the building. Nodis was still injured, so that's unfortunate. I hear he's coming back to one of the shows, I think this week. So he'll be back on the Say It To My Face tour soon enough. Let's see. Then after that, it was Gizmo. Gizmo is a very interesting performer. He killed it. He's so interesting to watch. His movements are so different. Like, just the way he moves on stage is so interesting. He's so tall and lanky. Like, he was doing this fucking thing where he was sort of like walking back and forth across the stage while sort of looking at us, like, while rapping, and it was just so fucking weird. Like, he would walk the whole stage in like 2 or 3 steps, and it was just so fucking crazy to look at. And his movements are fucking dope. Hey, have a good one, no one. Thank you for tuning in, man. It's good to keep track of keep in touch with old friends like this through the internet. It's fucking really weird. Have a good night at work, man. Whoop whoop. Do you say whoop whoop? Fuck it. Whoop whoop. Dude, I gotta see you live with your dope vocals. I bet it's a fun show for the fans. I like to think I'm dope for the fans, man. I like to think that. As the reaction I've been getting at the past few shows, I'm starting to really get fucking confident with my abilities on stage. I will tell you that. At the Ouija show, I had little to no anxiety going up there. I knew I was going to go up there and kill shit, and that's what I did. Have a good night, man. Whoop, whoop. Be safe. More importantly, be safe. Oh, we got Penelope meowing out there. She hears me in here talking. So yeah, shouts out to Gizmo. I got a fucking beanie from Gizmo. I don't have my merch with me. I got a shirt from Ouija, a beanie from Gizmo to support the homies. I got kind of an early Hallowicked shirt from Ouija. I got the Chapter 17 shirt in orange, the orange Ouija logo with the orange Chapter 17 with spider webs spooky spider webs in the in between the chapter 17. And I bought Jessica a fucking hoodie as well, that dope pink hoodie. So yeah, it's showing some support and shit. So yeah, after Gizmo killed shit, it was time for Ouiji Mac. Ouija comes on stage and kills shit. He was basically doing a dry run for his Hallowicked set, he told me later. And he, most notable moment of his set is, for me, was he busted his water nut during Nympho all over my chest. So that was cool. Thanks for busting your water nut all over my chest, Ouija. Thank you, Little Taffy. Proud of you for making big moves and honing in on your craft. Thank you. I'm trying really hard. Trying really hard to get, get some momentum going. My biggest problem at this point is I need more people to know about me. So if you guys could share my shit, that really helps me a lot. Let's see. So he busted his water nut all over my chest. Got my chest all nice and wet. That was cool. Shouts out to Ouija for that. There was a girl who was in the front row who stuck her hand up Ouija's shorts and was molesting him. Now, I was maybe not going to talk about that, but I thought it was weird that I saw from another show the same thing happened. So these girls are out here just straight up grabbing on Ouija's baby dick out here. And I just want to say real quick, it's not cool to sexually harass guys, ladies, A lot of ladies out there might maybe think that that's okay or something for some reason, but I actually saw Ouija on Facebook respond to a girl who did this to him, and straight up tell her it's not cool. Like, don't be reaching up my shorts. So, hey ladies, eyes up here. Come on, eyes up here. Let's stay focused here, ladies. Come on. Colt Cannon seems to like that I said baby's Ouija dick got molested. It's true though. I fucking saw it, and apparently it happened again. But ladies, eyes up here. Come on, let's stay focused here. The man's trying to fucking give you his art, and all you can think about is his baby dick. It's ridiculous. So his baby dick. Oh wait, no, his baby dick didn't bust a water nut on me. His water bottle did. Jesus Christ. So after the show, I had an opportunity to talk to Ouija real quick. He said some very kind words to me. And we'll just say that let's just say that expect to see Humble Among opening for more Ouija Mac shows. We'll just say that. You'll definitely see me opening for more Ouija Mac shows, and hopefully some more fucking psychopathic shows, because that would be the move to see. That would be the move for me. That would be a move I would like to make. But I told him straight up I'm looking to open for any of the events he wants me to open for. I'm looking to do that shit. So shouts out to Ouija for showing me love, man. That was really dope. And honestly, the best, I said this online, the best birthday present I could get was that show and how well it went off. And, so yeah, because it was my birthday, by the way, by that point. It was past midnight and it was my birthday. So that was dope as fuck, man. So expect to see Humble Among opening for more Ouija Mac shows in the future, especially on the East Coast. We're going to try to make that happen. So yeah, next we're going to talk about Yum Yum Bedlam, which I have here for you guys. So I went to Detroit for Hallowicked on Friday. So basically, I performed Wednesday night. I got home, and I had to get up early on that Thursday. It was my birthday on Thursday last week. I had to get home, and I had to go to the DMV because my license expired. And so I had to get this thing done because I was going to be driving to Detroit the very next day. So I wanted to make sure everything was in order, you know what I mean? And, I'm going into a show. I want to make sure I have my proper ID. It's not expired and giving me any issues. I wanted to buy this here Pal weed, which, we're going to be smoking this here in a little bit, folks. This is going to be the main event tonight. You're going to see Humble Among smoke weed and review weed on the internet. Isn't that exciting? So, ooh, what do we got here? So I got my DMV shit sorted out. I got a temporary license. I couldn't get a permanent license, but so I got a printout in my old license. I figured that would be enough, and sure enough, it was good enough to get everything accomplished that I wanted to get accomplished. Oh man, hey, all right, Colt Cannon. So let me explain something to you. So I had been rolling over my card through mail for like fucking 8 years or something, and I'm way overdue for a picture, right? Frankly, I looked fucking crazy in my old picture. I looked fat. I was definitely a fat alcoholic in that picture. I'm a sober boy now, and I've lost a lot of weight, so I was starving to get in there for another picture. And low key, you're right, I was slipping. All right, I'll admit it, I was slipping. I should have made an appointment for that shit because apparently that's how DMVs are working now. You have to make an appointment. So, yeah, man, I was slipping. You're right. You're right. Okay, you're right. But um, yeah, I told you guys this is a big live stream. I told you guys this is going to be a big one. I'm doing a lot of shit on this one. So here we got Yum Yum. I'm going to open this and show this to you guys here in a second. But let me tell you my Detroit story before I do that. So I get my ID, and I had to work Friday morning. Friday, after work, I drove straight to Ohio to get to my girl, Emily, who lives in Ohio. Shouts out to Emily. I hope you're watching, Emily. And yeah, so I got there at like 1 a.m. Saturday morning, technically. It's like an 11-hour drive to Ohio because Emily was going to come with me to Hallowicked for her first ever ICP show and my first ever Hallowicked. So that was really fun. So Emily came with me, and we went Saturday morning to fucking Detroit. I had got a motel room, at a place called Viking Motel. Now, Viking Motel has really bad reviews online, but is cheap as dog shit. It was so fucking cheap, and like only a couple of blocks away from the venue. And I'm a boy who likes to get a hotel room or a room very close to the venue. That's my goal, is to always get something as close as possible to that fucking venue. Because it's so convenient if you can just walk to that shit. I love that. Whoop whoop, Psycho C in the fucking chat. I was in the same boat, Humble. It sucks here in Michigan. It's called Secretary of State here, but it's just fuck. Yeah, I couldn't do it online because I had to get my picture taken, you know what I mean? But I probably could have done it through mail. I actually had to get like I had what do you call it? Resubmitted so many times that I legally had to get my picture taken this time. Zitro in the fucking chat. What is up, my guy? So dope seeing you again, dude. Zitro on the fucking come up. Shouts out to Zitro. Yeah, Emily in the chat. Yar in the chat. Yeah, man. Okay. I'm getting all fucking distracted. So, we go into Detroit. Of course I'm bumping, motherfucking I'm Coming Home. Driving into Detroit proper, which, worked out really great for the ICP set, for Hallowicked. Spoiler, that was the final song for, that was Fago Armageddon song for ICP. So that was so fucking proper, that I drove into Detroit bumping I'm Coming Home. Really felt like, fucking, it felt right, you know what I mean? And I gotta say, Detroit's such a fucking nice city. Detroit has such a bad reputation, and the right wingers I work with were all like, "You're going to Detroit? You're gonna stay in Detroit at the you're staying at a hotel in the inner city? Are you sure about that?" Yo, it was so fucking quiet and peaceful. Motherfucking downtown Detroit's gentrified. Like, I don't know if you guys know that, but it's fucking, there's nothing going on. I literally walked to and from that venue multiple times. And yeah, nothing. There's nobody. There's nobody there. There's like nobody even on the streets. It's quiet as fuck. So I don't know what everybody's afraid about. Detroit has a bad reputation, but I found it a beautiful, charming little city with quite the undercurrent of artistic vibes bubbling underneath. A lot of street art that was really awesome. The vibe was great in Detroit. I loved it. Remind me a little bit of Boston, but Boston causes me a lot of anxiety. I had no anxiety in Detroit. Actually, that's a lie. I did have a little bit of anxiety on Saturday night, but that was for a different reason. You're not blowing up my chat, Cult, and you know what? Don't apologize for it. Blow that bitch up. We want this chat blown up. Yes, soul in Detroit, Alric said. We have a lot of soul in Detroit. I definitely felt that. I definitely felt a lot of soul in Detroit. It was definitely a good vibe in Detroit. But yeah, I think all the hype that motherfuckers in Vermont were trying to give me is all overblown. So we show up on Saturday. We didn't do a lot on Saturday. We went and walked down to, I think it was the Detroit Shipping Company, because it had a lot of little tiny restaurant gimmicks inside, and it wasn't very far from the motel, and we wanted to get something relatively quick and easy. So I went down there and I got some Caribbean fusion food. Emily got some chicken fritters and I got some jerk ribs, which were decent enough, but spicy boys and had a lot of fat on them. I wish I would have actually gotten Emily's chicken fritter things, because those were absolutely delicious with a nice mango salsa on both of those. Um, it's dangerous everywhere. I didn't feel danger. I didn't feel like it was dangerous anywhere, to be honest with you. I felt completely safe the entire time. We even went into the bodega gimmick across the street from the Majestic, and I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty good uh, radar, if you will, for sketchy situations, and I didn't feel sketched out at all in Detroit. Um, Even on Devil's Night, we were walking around on fucking Devil's Night in Detroit. Nothing. Um, yeah, there was nothing going on. It was quiet as fuck. But yeah, this motel did have a bad reputation, and I got to shout out the Viking Motel for being very accommodating. The worst thing I could say about the room is that the walls needed a paint job. But I mean, for the price, what do you fucking expect? I love the place. I'm gonna give it a good review to sort of bring that shit up, because I think a lot of really stuck-up rich people were staying there expecting something different. So Saturday we ate and basically just hung out in the fucking motel, and yeah, shouts out to Impractical Jokers as always on the television in the motel room. So we had a good night and woke up. I bumped Yum Yum in the morning. We're gonna talk about my Yum Yum thoughts here in a second. Actually, fuck it. Let's talk about Yum Yum now, because I'm talking about it now. Let's talk about Yum Yum. I'm seeing a lot of backlash on Yum Yum from you guys. From Juggalos on Facebook in particular, I'm seeing a lot of backlash. And before I even jump into my thoughts on Yum Yum, I'll just go ahead and say I like Yum Yum. I love it. I think the different sounds are refreshing. I'll give you my thoughts on that shit in a second. But I want to say, before I even talk about that, I want to talk about... You guys know that this happens every ICP release, right? Like, motherfuckers be hating on it every fucking time. Like, this is the same shit that happens... Shit. Since I've been a fan, and I've experienced new albums coming out, and I've seen reactions to it online. It used to be reactions to it on horrorcore.com forums, or Real Juggalos forums. Motherfuckers saying Bizarre Bizarre sucks. What's this shit? Bizarre Bizarre. Motherfuckers saying Shangri-La sucks. What the fuck is this shit? Motherfuckers saying Hell's Pit, it's trash. There's no good songs on this thing. So just keep that in mind, that Juggalos, and probably a lot of you that love these albums, said that the shit sucked when they came out. I would love to see, if anyone's watching this, and you said an album sucked that you love now when it came out, admit it. Please admit it in the chat or in the comment section. I'll do it right now. I didn't like Shaith Wrangler, the Shaith. The Wraith Shang. I didn't like the Wraith Shangri, the Shaith Wrangler. The Shaith Wrangler. I didn't like the I didn't like the Wraith Shangri-La when it came out. I didn't like the God shit. I didn't like the positivity. I love that album now. When I got sober, that album helped me so much. But I didn't like it at the time. So just keep that in mind, that a lot of you guys don't like the shit when it first comes out. Jay and shooting for a new sound, so yeah, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about that new sound. I have some thoughts on that sound. So I actually told this to Devereaux at Hallowicked. Devereaux, I saw Devereaux and spoke to him at Hallowicked for a little bit while I was waiting for Emily outside the bathroom. Shouts out to Emily once again. And he asked, I congratulated him on the record coming out, and he asked me what I thought. And I told him what I thought listening to it in the hotel room that morning, because I had only listened to it once at that point. And I basically told him that I got a lot of Pearl Jam and Prince vibes from this album. If you want to specifically name other artists that I think this album sounds like, that Yum Yum here sounds like. A lot of Prince and Pearl Jam vibes on this boy. Or girl, I should say, this girl. First female Joker's card, I should call her a girl. So, I also got little sprinklings of Michael Jackson for sure, all over this bitch. And that, you know, made me think a lot about the Michael Jackson thing in the United States of Insanity. I fucking hated The Tempest at first. Now to me is mad creative. Dude, I know. Like, Tempest is a great example of something that people are only now starting to appreciate. I've seen a lot of juggalos start to talk about how Tempest is a even ICP themselves talk about The Tempest as being an underrated album, and I completely agree. I think the 3-part Tempest saga, the Eye of the Storm, what's the other one? God damn it, the Calm, the Eye, and the Tempest itself are all underrated in my mind. See, here we go. We got some juggalos admitting it. Colt Cannon says he didn't like Tempest. Slunkster says he didn't like Shangri-La at first, not even the God thing, just the feel or something. Love it all now, even the Lost and Found. Yo, Lost and Found is going to be another one that y'all are going to end up growing on. I guarantee you. I've grown on Lost and Found. There's definitely stuff on Lost and Found that gets slept on because, here's the thing. Here's the thing that I noticed with a lot of juggalos, and it's something that I don't like. A lot of juggalos there's a very pack mentality. And a lot of you guys will just sort of repeat things that you hear. Like, another criticism that I'm seeing a lot of with Yum Yum Bedlam is the tag thing. Like, a lot of you guys don't like the tags. The producer tags are on the album. Oh! Well, those are my homies. Those are my homies, Devereaux and Shaggy the Airhead. And fucking producers put tags on their albums nowadays, guys. It doesn't mean they didn't pay for the beat or whatever the fuck thing you keep repeating that you saw someone else on Facebook say. They paid for the fucking beat. In fact, they paid for an exclusive. Can you believe it? And that's the way the beat came. In fact, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you a little behind the scenes thing. Devereaux gives you the option of not putting the tag on his shit. He lets you choose. I choose to put the tag on it because I think it's dope. And I like to give Devereaux the fucking shine that he deserves. And I think, and why wouldn't you want motherfuckers to know you got motherfucking a Devereaux beat? At this point, it's a badge of honor to have that fucking tag on your shit. That's the way I look at it, at least. So yeah, I just wanted to speak about that tag controversy because it annoys me every time I see that whole thing about, oh, can you believe the tags? Like, yeah, it's fucking 2021. Producer tags are a fucking thing. And it doesn't mean that you stole a beat either. Anyway, back to the sound. Prince and Pearl Jam vibes and a very Michael Jackson sound on a couple of songs. Also got some Marilyn Manson vibes. The second time I listened to it, I got some Marilyn Manson vibes on a few songs. Here's my other thing that I told Devereaux about this. This has got to be the most personal and introspective Joker's card of all times. Of all time. Hands down. There's not a more personal and introspective Joker's card ever. I mean, we got almost every song here is got some personal shit on it. It has to be the most personal one. But maybe Hell's Pit is up there. I think Hell's Pit might be the only one that could rival this in being how personal it is. Yeah. So we're going to open this boy now, and we're going to talk about some of the things that are inside, because there's a couple of... Let me make sure I talked about the sound. I think I hit everything I wanted to talk about with the sound. Shouts out to everybody watching right now. Hit that like if you're watching. Got 16 people here. I'm sure not all 16 of you have liked my video. Please hit that like. And I'm sure a couple of you are going to hit that thumbs down. Shouts out to the people I know who are hitting thumbs down because they're little bitter haters. I love you guys too. You guys give me views too, and I fucking really appreciate you. Shouts out to the bitter haters who watch my shit, because that shit's hilarious to me that you guys are still watching my shit. That shit's fresh. I hope you guys really like watching my shit. I'm doing really good, by the way, so I hope that really makes you mad. Oh, it's so fucking fresh. Okay. I talked about, let's see, the other ICP albums people hated on. Let me talk about some of my favorite songs real quick before we get too far into it. My favorite song, hands down, is still the single Wretched, because that's that wicked shit. Devereaux killed that beat. I fucking love how wicked that fucking song gets. Even the bridge, which was the only weak part, the Pray For Me bridge, That was the only weak part on the song to me. I fucking love the Pray For Me bridge now. It's fucking the shit. Music is what emotions sound like. Maybe the vibe isn't your own emotional wheelhouse if you ain't feeling it. I'm with Humble. He knows his shit. Thank you, Whoopconda. That was from Whoopconda in the chat. That's the freshness. 0 thumbs down, 11 likes. Let's hit 20 tonight. Come on, you guys. Let's not hit a thumbs down. Maybe we don't got haters tonight. I'm sure those haters will be along though later. They're gonna watch the replay. That's what's up. Yo, give Colt Cannon a subscribe. He's got a bunch of subscribers already, but give him a subscribe, man. He's the shit. He did a reaction video to Strictly Wicked that was really fucking entertaining. Definitely really enjoyed watching that. So yeah, Wretched, love Wretched. As I talked about before, I knew I was gonna like Drunk in the Attic. Drunk in the Attic is produced by Shaggy and Devereaux, I believe. Devereaux said that was his favorite song, I believe. That was his personal favorite song. At Hallowicked, he told me that. As, you know, a recovering drunk, I really relate with some of the shit Shaggy's talking about on that verse. And even, you know, the Attic stuff that Jay is talking about. But boy, that Shaggy stuff. Shaggy really came with some shit on this album, guys. That's something I want to talk about a little bit too. Shaggy verses on this album are all fucking killer. And I'm going to throw this out there. This is a pitch. This is a Humble Among pitch for Shaggy 2 Dope. If you're watching this, Shaggy, let's get the Shags the Clown LP next. I know you said you don't want to do any more Fuck the Fuck Off or Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker or Fuck the Fuck Off Motherfucker or whatever. You guys used to advertise something called the Shags the Clown LP in your albums. Let's do that, because I think you are hitting your clowny zenith, my guy. You are hitting your clowny heights are quite impressive right now, and I would love to get a very clowny sounding Shaggy 2 Dope album. A lot of circus type of beats. Let's get a very dark carnival sounding Shaggy 2 Dope album. Really rapidy rap, dark carnival sounding Shaggy 2 Dope album. Sound good, guys? Sound good? Can I be a creative consultant at Psychopathic Records yet? Come on, let's give me that job. I got some fucking ideas in this old brain of mine. Let's see. Clown Drippin'. That's a Shaggy the Airhead beat. Fucking love it. Love how trippy it is. I guess that's why we got the Clown Drip stage this year at the Gathering. Queens. I think Queens is another Shaggy the Airhead beat. I love Queens. That hook on Queens about the flowers dying when she went away. That is, I'll just say it. It's definitely about Blasé, right? Especially after the No Jumper interview. That's definitely about Blasé. Working on her garden in his yard. Really heavy shit. I definitely was sort of like my mouth was hanging open during a lot of that song. That's some crazy shit going on in that song. And I like the opening song, Here Comes the Carnival, a lot. I think that song is going to be fucking great at the Gathering. I think Here Comes the Carnival will be a tremendous Gathering song. The spectacle of it all. Shaggy has fucking killed it lately. He seriously stepped it up. Every verse on this is amazing. I would love to see that Shags the Clown. Let's push for Shags the Clown LP. Fuck consultant. I'd rather see you as an artist or collaborator. Let's get that going. Yeah, fuck consultant. That's right. Let's get me signed to that bitch. Violent J did the Wizard of Hood EP. I think someone has asked Shaggy about the Star Wars related project. And I would love it if at least he did a Star Wars related song. I don't know if he has enough in him for a Star Wars EP. But boy, I know what you're going with, man. Like if he did like a story EP, I think that would be really fresh. Boy, that would be dope. I'm with it. I'm with what Slunkster said. Violent J did the Wizard of Hood EP. How dope would it be if Shags did a Star Wars themed EP? Stretch Nuts LP. There we go. I'm with that even. Stretch Nuts is a great fucking title for an album. Colt Cannon said that. Agreed, Slunkster, but I also love a Stretch Nuts LP. That's great. Alric87 said Here Comes the Carnival is my favorite. Shouts out to Alric. That's a good fucking jam, man. When that came on, I was like, oh, we're in for some shit. But we got a lot of interesting songs on here. I want to talk about Gangster Code. A lot of people are talking about Gangster Code because apparently it's jacked from a Boondocks song. What is that? Moving On is the Boondock Song. And someone said there's another reused beat on this album. Does anyone know what the other reused beat is? I couldn't find any information on that. Okay. So I think that's all I have to say about these songs. I mean, I love every song. Once again, Pearl Jam and Prince vibes heavy on this bitch. That's what I get out of here. I got to give it another listen. I definitely will be doing a full review video where I really break down the songs and talk about it. In so much that I want to do a bunch of album reviews for my favorite projects from 2021. So expect a series of videos coming for that soon. As I'm opening this, by the way. We are opening this. I just cut it with the razor. And we're opening this. So there's some interesting stuff inside here that we're going to talk about as I open this. I have another copy for my sealed copy. Ooh. We got an ad book this time, guys. That's different. A whole insert that's just ads. That's different. So there's the real face, if you will. The butthole, or pussy hole, if you will. The flower hole. Yeah. And here's something else I don't know if a lot of juggalos have talked about. They mentioned this in an interview years ago. And so you guys see this, right? The whole what will be the 6 Jokers card thing dedicated to the butterfly. And see that? Oh, see that question mark right there, right? You guys know that we already know what the 6th is for this deck, right? They already said. Does anybody in the chat? I bet Whoopconda knows. This is some shit Whoopconda almost certainly knows. The 6 Jokers card is the Wraith again. They said that it's going to be the Wraith again. So I think they even said it would be the Wraith Shangri-La again. So I don't know if that means... I'm going to go ahead and get wild with my speculations because I have some speculations here. I think that we're going to see the Wraith, wait for it, with the hood pulled back. You like that? You like my fandom? You like how my brain be thinking? That's what I think as a fucking nerd. There's behind the case, by the way. Ooh. That's what they said in an interview. They said that, I believe, in a gathering seminar. I could be wrong where they said it. I know they said that shit, though. All right, we're going to look. Ooh, so we got a little slip and the alternate cover here. Which I guess there's 2 other variant covers. This is one of the variant covers I've seen. Here's the... I don't know if that's a troll, by the way, if these are actual variant covers or people are just rearranging the covers. There's the secret face. Once again, let's see if you can see. There's the seam. Yep. Pretty fucking fresh. Pretty fucking fresh. ICP really goes all out with their packaging, especially with a Joker's card. Really appreciate that shit. So, we're going to go through the booklet real quick. Which is funny, there's an ad book, but there's also ads in here. So, yes, I was right. Clown Drippin' is Shaggy the Airhead. So we got a lot of Devereaux, a lot of Shaggy the Airhead production on this bitch. We got some Kuma, we got some Mike P, we got some Straight Jacket, right? But yeah, we got a lot of Shaggy the Airhead on this bitch. There's a Straight Jacket boy. There's a Kuma. Yeah. So yeah, those are the producers. We got Mike P, Straight Jacket, a lot of Shaggy the Airhead, a lot of Devereaux. And I love the sound. I know that some people are hating on it. I fucking love this shit, though. I think it's really good. So, up next for the Insane Clown Posse, I guess Jay is still doing the Walking Home series. Yes. He is. What was I going to say? Oh, yeah. So, other than that, though, the Walking Home series, we're going to get the EPs, the seeds of Yum Yum, if you will. So let me show these boys off real quick. If you can see here, first up we got Wicked Wick, the weed. Wicked Wick. Goddamn dyslexia. Wicked Vic, the weed. coming out Juggalo weekend, allegedly. Then we have the Gathering. We're gonna have Pug Ugly, the Stink Bud. These are all EPs, by the way, coming out. And then Halloween night 2022, we got Whoa, the Weeping Weirdo. And this is really fresh. They actually have the lyrics in here. I'm actually gonna totally sit down and look at these fucking lyrics, old school style. This design is fucking awesome. Look at these. See if that comes through. The vines on these lyric pages. That's really classy. I like that a lot. That looks dope as fuck. I really like that. We got an hour and a half into this stream, and I still got a little bit to do for you guys. We might have to leave the Violent J thing, No Jumper thing, for another stream, because it's getting late, and I still got to talk about some shit here. Alright. So we might save the No Jumper shit for the next stream. I apologize. I do want to talk about this No Jumper shit. I got some shit I want to say. Alright. So I want to talk about this special thanks page. That's what I was flipping to right now. So we got this special thanks page, right? And at the bottom, we got some really interesting text that I want to read you guys and talk about real quick. There's some other text in here I might go through at some point, but I really wanted to read this little ending part. We are so proud to be your true friends. We are so I already botched it. We are so proud to be true dear friends with so many greats, and to the long list of people who betrayed us. Y'all can suck a fat shitty dick till the nuts pop, you slithering ass serpents. Fuck off and die already. Y'all doing nothing but pollute the earth. We loved y'all. We gave y'all a career. We cared for y'all. And y'all tried to slit our fucking throats in return. But all y'all obviously did was slit your own nut guzzling throats, you backstabbing bitches. Enjoy the flames. You earned them. Yeesh. So much for Violent J not addressing the beef anymore, which I've talked about on here a few times. He definitely had something to say. But by the way, is he wrong? He did give them careers. Which, by the way, my point always on here, guys, remember, the humble among point that I always hammer home. They are still using the gimmicks that Violent J gave them. If they really thought that this man had such bad business decisions, drop the gimmicks. Come up with some new shit. Do ISI, Twisted. Do JMO, ABK. What the fuck was your name, Blaze, before this shit? Do that gimmick. Do your Crazy Clan gimmick. At least fucking Boondocks puts out music as Turncoat Dirty. But he also still uses the Boondocks gimmick. Alright, so in the ad book here, right off the bat, we got advertisement for Jay's Walking Home project. And then we got a Shaggy and the Creep Show ad. Tom Wood ad. Oh, what is this? Kuma's band Escape Driver. Wild as hell. Some Chapter 17 merch. Shouts the fuck out to Chapter 17 and Ouija Mac. Oh, for fuck's sakes. Hell yeah. Whoop Dub and Devereaux. Whoop Dub and Devereaux got his own fucking ad in this bitch. Shouts out fucking Devereaux, man. That's the homie. And we got a Shaggy the Airhead. Fucking ad in this bitch. Once again, Humble Among, Shaggy the Airhead EP, coming in 2022. Tom Wood, I've seen him advertise this. Tom Wood doing some, like, river raft experience. If you guys, Labor Day weekend next year. Oh, wait, yeah. So if you guys want to float down a river with Tom Wood, I guess, look into that. So yeah, there's Yum Yum. I love it. I'm gonna do a review for you guys. My brain is really shitting the bed at this point, guys. We're gonna have to end this pretty soon here. Yeah, I can't talk about this No Jumper shit. I got way too much shit to talk about here. But we're gonna have some fun now. I'm gonna talk about that No Jumper shit the next stream I do. So And I guess, fuck, I didn't even really talk about Hallowicked. Let's talk about Hallowicked real quick. Um, so I went to Hallowicked on Sunday night, and you know, doors open at 7 o'clock. Fuck, there's so much to talk about with this shit. Doors open at 7 o'clock, and actually, let me start doing the gimmick. Let's get two birds stoned at once, as the amazing Ricky from Trailer Park Boys would once say. So let's go in chronological order with this. We're gonna do buds first while I tell you guys about Hallowicked. How's that sound? So buds first, and I'm gonna smoke some of that boy. Breaking the seal. Smells pretty good. Smells pretty good. Now I'm gonna smoke a bowl pack of this. I wanted to maybe roll a joint for this shit, but I wanted to give each strain a fair shot. So we're gonna do that bowl pack gimmick. So Hallowicked. So Saturday night I actually did walk down and check out the venue, and just to see how long the walk was and the vibes down there. And I really wish I would have gone inside now, because ICP ended up performing Saturday night, and it was basically a full-on fucking show. I guess I didn't really realize that it wasn't as much of it was more than just a party. It was actually a whole fucking show, you know what I mean? So Zitro performed. Shouts out to Zitro, who was in the chat earlier. I talked to him on Hallowicked night, realized that I missed more performances than even I had realized in the first place. So I really wish I would have just gone inside and checked out the fucking vibes even further. So yeah, live and learn with your regrets, folks. I won't do that shit again. I definitely will just fucking go inside and not be a weirdo standing outside. So Sunday, we went down there for real this time, and got in line. I think we were down there around 7:30, maybe even approaching 8 o'clock by the time we got down there. We got there a little bit later than doors open, and I wish we would have showed up even sooner than that, because the line was around the block. And my thoughts while walking the line was, this is more than 1,000 people. But nonetheless, walked the line, got to the back of the line, around the corner, and as we get into the back of the line, there's a homeless fella who's sort of, I'll say, working the crowd, if you will. And he's asking everybody in line if they have dime bags. If anybody has a dime bag, he's like this. I'll be really honest with you. I'm just trying to get high tonight. Y'all took care of me last night. I'm trying to get high tonight. I want a dime bag. He didn't sound like that at all. That's a really bad impression. I'm not going to do an impression of him because I don't want to get canceled. So this guy was asking for dime bags. He didn't get a dime bag. What happened right as we walked up is another juggalo pulled out of his backpack a big old bag of ganja, and he said, "I got 2 ounces right here for you, my dude. It's not the best weed. It's not the worst, but it's not the best weed. Here's 2 fucking ounces of ganja." Oh, okay. Have a good night, Colt Cannon. Thank you for representing in the chat all night, man. Really appreciate you. Have a great night, and good luck with your recording, my guy. I hope you come up with some good creative shit. I hope I do reach my goals, by the way. Love you, man. Whoop, whoop. Yeah, so this guy, this homeless fellow, was basically being offered 2 ounces of ganja. You know what the homeless man said? "Hell no, I don't want that shit. I don't want that shit. You said it bad, I don't want that shit." And I thought that was so funny. I was laughing at that. I was like, he's a homeless guy with standards. I can't believe it. But I wanted to scream "beggars can't be choosers," but that was hilarious. So then the guy kind of is like talking to me and Emily, and he pulls out a little dime bag and he kind of shakes it, and he's like, "I'm already good. I already got some really good shit. You think I want that fucking shitty shit?" This fucking guy, he's working the whole crowd for little pieces of weed, little dime bag pieces. But still, why wouldn't you fucking take 2 ounces of ganja? I had half a mind to be like, yo, I'll fucking take it. I'll fucking bring it. I'll bring it back to fucking Vermont. I'll cross state lines illegally with this stuff in my car. But boy, I found that so fucking hilarious. So immediately it was hilarious vibes with the Juggalos because of that fella. Not a Juggalo, just a homeless Detroit man who was working the crowd. And as we're moving up the line, I noticed he's just, the people who are filling in behind us, he's just working them. So, okay, we're going to try buds now. I got a nice bowl pack here. Here's my bowl. Yeah, like it. All right, so here we go. We're going to try buds. Here we go. If you want to take a hit with me, like on some, I think Kandy's taking dabs over there with me. Let's do this shit. You heard you heard the click, right? You heard the timer click. Good taste. Really good taste. Well, I'll tell you, I immediately feel it behind the eyes. That's a good sign of some good ganj. Let's be a nerd and look at the percentage of this boy. Oh shit, it's a 27 percentile THC. God damn, that is pretty high. Capricorn, I guess, is the strain. Really good. So now I gotta smoke this ball so I can pack another one. Wow. Alright, so in line. You get to see me smoke on camera now, guys. I haven't done this before. Shouts out to Daffy Duck. So, in the line, waiting in line. Took about half hour, 45 minutes to get in there. We get inside, and we are handed... By the way, I want to show this off. I did go to Psychopathic headquarters, what used to be Psychopathic headquarters, on Sunday. And I picked up this here ganja as well from the New Standard. Shouts out the New Standard. Really great ganja shop if you are looking... the way they do ganja in Michigan is just way better than they do it on the East Coast. It's all sort of on the display floor, almost like a fucking Apple store or some shit. They have like on the fucking... on the tables in little glass containers, and they even offered to let me sniff the ganja if I wanted to. You can't do that shit out here. It's all behind the counter, and they're very strict and gruff about it. Everybody at the New Standard was fucking great. I believe we went to the Hazel Park location, so shouts out to everybody who helped us out at the New Standard. They were fucking great. After that, though, we went to Psychopathic Records. I was looking for that Wraith semi-truck, but I guess that's parked somewhere else, isn't it? I only realized that pulling into the old location of Psychopathic. I went to goddamn... What is it called? See, now I'm high and I'm fucking spacing you guys. Rock of Ages, the record store there. And that's where I got that copy of Yum Yum Bedlam. I bought that the day of release. And I also got 2 other records in the record store. They had these 2 Gojira CDs, 2 boys I don't have. So continuing my Gojira collection. I think I'm only missing 2 Gojira albums now. I also copped a System of a Down t-shirt in Rock of Ages. Shouts out to Rock of Ages, a really dope record store. I could do without some of the Trump paraphernalia, but that's a whole another conversation. And yeah. You got to make money off the marks one way or the other. I mean, I can't hate the man for wanting to sell his gimmicks to the Trump marks. They definitely want to spend money, so what are you going to do? You got to make some fucking money. It's a fucking record store. He's got to make money one way or the other. I also got some sick-ass patches. I didn't bring those in here. Just wanted to show off the CDs, I guess, because I don't even... Anyway, so when we got into Hallowicked, we got these boys. I got Emily's here. Because... this is mine. I paid for the ticket. It's mine. And I don't even know if I'm even going to open either one. But, hey, I got 2 of them boys. So, yeah, how fucking fresh is this artwork, by the way? I just wanted to... let me show off this artwork. Yeah. In the back. Yeah. I love that artwork though. Really fresh. I believe the single's called Fun. I haven't listened to it yet. If you guys don't know, you sort of Juggalo outsiders that are watching this, ICP releases a song every year for Hallowicked. They've done it for 28 years now. This is the 28th annual. And Halloween tape, the concept that I do for my Halloween albums, is inspired by Hallowicked 100%. The fact of the matter is in 1994, when they handed out the very first Hallowicked single, Dead Pumpkins, they were handing those bitches out on cassette tapes. So that's why I call my shit Halloween tape. It's a definite reference to the first Hallowicked tapes that they would hand out at the shows. And it's an homage to them. And that's why I do the Halloween shit that I do. Because of the Insane Clown Posse, 100%. And Hallowicked in particular. So that's why me going to Hallowicked is such a big fucking deal. Because it really has inspired me so much. Some of my favorite Insane Clown Posse songs are Hallowicked songs. So yeah, it's a big fucking deal for me, going to Hallowicked. So we get inside, kind of milling around, you know. We're frankly spending a lot of time cuddled up with Emily. If you guys saw me there, I'm sure you saw that. We missed the first act, which was Roadside Ghost, who I guess is on Yum Yum Bedlam. Let's see, what track is he on? It doesn't say. I want to say he's on Something to See, though. He's definitely on one of those tracks. So it's unfortunate I didn't get to hear Roadside Ghost because he's got kind of a smoky country voice type of thing. If I remember correctly from how he sounds on Yum Yum, I think he does the hook on a song on Yum Yum. By the way, this Buds is good. My review for Buds, really good. This is really good. Buds is still available at the locations from what I understand. I was listening to the newest Powcast today at work, and Buds is still available. So if y'all are looking to fucking go get Buds, go get some Buds. If y'all got questions in the chat, by the way, please start popping those bitches off because I'm gonna be here for a second smoking this ganj apparently. Fuck. All right, so we're talking about Hallowicked. So when we got inside, there was no one on stage, and Tara Diaz came out first. That's who I thought was the first act. I didn't realize at the time Roadside Ghost, we had missed him. I only recently saw a lineup and realized we had missed him. He went on right at 8 o'clock. So we must have gotten in right at like 8:30 or so. So we probably actually spent about an hour outside. Let me pull up my notes in case I'm skipping over some shit. Kind of going off the dome with this one. Yo, Hallowicked. Hey. Wow, I didn't really take notes, huh? I thought I took some notes for this shit today. Oh well. Yeah. I'm high, you guys. So Tara Diaz came out, who was on the Powcast today, by the way. Shouts out Tara Diaz from Worcester, Massachusetts, in my general neighborhood. I kind of low-key been talking to his younger brother, Nate the Great, who I'm also a fan of. I saw them at Lethal Weekend. We opened that show. We played that same show together. And they were some of the most entertaining of the performers on that whole show, their act together. I really liked seeing them together. Now, if you guys saw the Tara Diaz performance that was at Hallowicked, it was just Tara Diaz. I think it's a much better performance if he has his little brother with him because they play off of each other really fucking well. And that last song he does, the Stone Cold song that he does there, he says this on the Powcast. He didn't say he stuns his little brother, but the fact of the matter is he stuns his little brother's the hype man, and he straight up stuns his little brother on stage when he does that song live, and that's the way the fucking song ends. And that is some of the hypest shit I have ever seen live. It definitely got a crazy pop out of me when I saw it at Lethal Weekend. Yeah. Oh yeah, fucking that's facts, bro. I saw you in there, Whoopconda. Whoopconda said I made it in their gathering, Doc. I saw you in there, my guy. You didn't make it into mine though because you were all self-conscious. Next year, we're getting you I want you, Wakanda. I want you. You're my. You're. I'm like. I'm looking. I'm gunning for you, Wakanda. I'm getting you on the camera next year. Oh boy, we're gonna make a movie, Wakanda. It's gonna be. It's gonna just straight up be me following you. That's gonna be. You're gonna be the whole movie. You realize that? You're the star. I'm gonna make you the star, Wakanda. Anyway, um, you can tell I'm high and acting goofy. Boy. So Terry Diaz was really dope, but I highly recommend if you get a chance to see him with his younger brother. It's too bad his younger brother wasn't with him. Shouts out Nate the Great. Shouts out to Black Mass. That's Nate the Great's crew. And shouts out to Terry Diaz, who low-key seems like he's on the rise with Psychopathic Records. That's something else I want to talk about real quick with Yum Yum Bedlam while I'm talking about people on the rise with Psychopathic Records. In that thank you booklet, it says, thank you to the newest member of Psychopathic Records family, Zitro. And it low-key seems like Terry Diaz also on the rise for that shit. Do we have more signees to Psychopathic Records? Is that a thing? Is that a headline that other Juggalo YouTube channels can take and make a clickbaity? I think it might be. It just might be, and they just might take it from me, and they just might make it clickbaity as fuck. They just might. So, after Terry Diaz, we went outside and had a little smoky break, and came back in, and a really fucking interesting artist named Dana Dentata, I believe is how you say it, was on stage. She was fucking awesome. I really fucking liked her shit a lot. Apparently, she's a pretty big artist in her own right, and face paints, got a really dark, interesting sound, like not necessarily rapping on all of her shit, but she is rapping on some of her shit. I fucked with it. I really was like sort of low-key blown away by her shit. And she shouted out Violent J for putting her on the show, so shouts out to Violent J for having the good taste to put her on. That was a very dope surprise, so shouts out to Dana Dentata. And then after Dana Dentata, we got motherfucking Ouija Mac coming on stage. And shouts out to the Juggalos I talked up in that motherfucker. Shouts out Onstead, shouts out Silver, oh fuck man, I forget your name, the homie I interviewed about the Bigfoot hunt. You were the shit for coming up to me. I gotta shouts out Nilbog Deadite, who apparently tried to walk up to me and said but I kept it moving. And my deepest apologies, brother. I did not even notice that anyone fucking said it. If someone was trying to talk to me, I definitely was trying to stop and talk to people. So my deepest apologies. You gotta stop me. If I'm a man on a mission, bro, you gotta get my attention. I definitely was probably, you said I was walking, I probably was like literally walking to go outside to one of these smoke breaks. And yeah, when I'm a man on a mission, I'm a man on a mission, man. So you definitely gotta stop and really get my fucking attention. But next time, make sure you get my attention so we can fucking chop it up, because you're funny as shit online. I really, I like your memes a lot, my guy. So shouts out to Neil Bogdad. I feel really bad that he tried to talk to me and I apparently fucking kept it moving on him. So yeah, after that, I think we went out again before Ouija. Maybe we stayed inside for Ouija. No, we got a Red Bull at that point. Now, Ouija killed shit. Ouija painted up for this shit. Onstead kind of low-key tipped me off that Ouija was going to be painted up. Because he said he was getting painted up during the VIP shit. That was dope. Although I was kind of so far away and the light was so... it was like these very interesting colored lights. I really couldn't tell he was painted up until like halfway through the set. But later on I did see the paint up job, and it was both him and Chunk, by the way. DJ Chunk, his DJ, painted up. So that was really fresh. Yeah, man, really dope show. Ouija killed shit. My favorite part of Ouija, I basically saw the same set he had done only a couple of days before when I opened for him. So I kind of knew the whole set. I knew it. But he did throw in a couple of extras, and he fucking closed with Wizard. If I Was a Wizard, which is his secret song from Gutter Water. Now, I fucking love Wizard. That song is so fucking funny and interesting. I honestly wish Ouiji would make more songs like this. Because on Gutter Water, there's 2 songs that are like this. There's that and Bare Hands, that are this weird kind of goofy storytelling. Almost kind of like whimsical fucking storytelling songs. And I wish he would do more of that shit. Yo, Ouiji, if you're watching this shit, do more weird shit like fucking Wizard and Bare Hands, man. Because I love that shit. I mean, I love all your shit, but I want some more weird shit like that. Like, you should do some fucking shit like that again, because Wizard is fucking hard as fuck. To me, that's a low-key Juggalo classic that needs to be bumped more. It's a shame he made that a fucking secret song, honestly. I think that's one of the reasons people sleep on that. If you haven't heard Wizard, go to the fucking last song on Gutter Water and fast forward and find Wizard. Because that's a banger. That part where he's doing the poofs, yo, come on. Who fucking poofs in a rap verse like that? And just, anyway. Quotes from this podcast. Who poofs in a rap verse like that? Humble among. So we're almost done with this bowl pack. Does anyone have any questions? I'm about to talk about ICP. All right. The Insane Clown Posse headlined Hallowicked. Violent J looked great. Violent J was on his shit. He fucked up, I think, a couple of the spots in Schizophrenic. But other than that, he nailed the shit. He nailed the whole fucking show. He was really fucking on point. You could tell he was feeling good. The set, by the way, was this really cool kind of ninja-themed set going on. Really awesome. I thought we were going to get a Yum Yum set because the top banner, if you look at the top stage banner, the metal railing, if you will, above the curtain, had like tendrils, like flower tendrils, almost like a vine growing down, hanging. And so like I thought we were gonna get some crazy fucking Little Shop of Horrors, like Feed Me Seymour shit, like a real live moving puppet of fucking Yum Yum on stage. Maybe that's something they work towards the Gathering. That seems maybe they go really grandiose like that with something at the Gathering. But really good fucking set. They were throwing Fago up in that bitch. It seems to me like they maybe threw a little bit less Fago than normal, just a little bit. But still, because they didn't even throw any Fago at all, I think, until 3 songs in. And then they finally grabbed the first Fago, and I only noticed that because I was like, oh shit, they just grabbed the first one, because I just noticed, oh shit, they weren't throwing the shit. Now, let's see. Didn't do Pumpkin Carvers, but they did close with I'm Coming Home, which was a fucking awesome closer. Made me so happy. I looked over at one point and I saw that Devereaux was right behind me, or right next to me, fucking nerding out once again. So me and Devereaux got to basically enjoy the whole set together, just fucking chilling with our ladies there. And yeah, shouts out to fucking Devereaux, man, for being a cool motherfucker. Also, I looked over my shoulder at another fucking point, and motherfucking Keegan is fucking just standing there. And so I fist bumped Keegan real quick and was like, just said it was fucking dope to see him here, or some nerdy shit, like some awkward nerdy shit like that, because I was just geeked to see the dude. Yeah, fucking really good fucking Hallowicked, man. I had a great time. Shouts out to Emily for leaving me with the smeared lipstick for my selfie on fucking Instagram. Go check out my Instagram for my selfie with fucking Devereaux. She was rocking the nun outfit with the black lipstick, so she very much smeared her lipstick all over my face. So shouts out to her for that. It's fucking hilarious. That picture is fucking hilarious. Yeah, it was a great fucking Hallowicked. I had a great time. You guys, I think I'm going to have to review Hallowicked on the next stream, because we are almost 2 hours deep, and I am still smoking this. It's almost gone, but I am high. And I got other shits I got to do. So, unfortunately, we're Chris Rock. Fuck! Alright, we aren't done yet. She just brought up something funny. Shouts out to Emily, bringing up something hilarious. So we're watching, oh my god, I'm leaving you guys with something. Alright, fuck it, we're packing another bowl. We're talking about Chris Rock. Alright, shit just got real. We're gonna try the other strain. We're gonna talk about Chris Rock. So Emily said something really funny to me at the end of Ouija Mac's set, when he was thanking the Juggalos and shit. Oh, by the way, Hallowicked just cracked her open. I ain't even showing you guys this boy. Let me show you Buds, by the way. I didn't even show you Buds, what that shit looks like. Is this going to get me in trouble on goddamn YouTube? I don't really fucking know. It might. This might be the lost Humble Among broadcast episode because I'm showing Ganj off. But here we go. We're going to try Hallowicked now. So, Emily's talking to me. Ooh, ooh, that's got a nice piney, almost citrusy flavor to it. Says ice cream cake. I think that might be the strain. Is that the strain? All right. It smells really good. What's the percentage on this boy, actually? I just ripped that shit, didn't I? Oh, wait, here we go. 25%. So another relatively high percentile one. So we're watching Ouija Mac. Emily says to me, higher than pigeon pussy. Ah! Emily says to me, Ouija sounds like Chris Rock. And I paused, and I listened, and I laughed, because it's kind of true, you guys. If you listen to Ouija talk, he kind of, sort of, does sound like Chris Rock. Never noticed it before, but now I can't really unnotice it. So look for that. That's another thing I mentioned earlier, wanting to put certain things out into the Juggalo world. Oh, that's the other thing I wanted to say about Yum Yum's Bedlam as well, is that very much has a death pop feel. And when I get into my no jumper notes, we're gonna touch on that again. But you're gonna have to wait till the next stream for that. But we are gonna leave you with me trying. This, by the way, is breaking up really, like, kind of crumbly and wet a little bit, if you will. I don't know if you see that. Yeah, it's not really coming through, is it? But yeah, guys, it was a good fucking Hallowicked. Detroit was awesome. Yeah, I can tell you about the end of my night. Emily got a little dizzy girl, because she don't drink enough H2O, so she had to sit down on the floor at the end of ICP, and I got some water in her. And she was feeling better. Got some pizza next door at the Magic Stick there. And yeah, so she was feeling better. You got to drink more water, girl. Stay hydrated. Everyone always stay hydrated at these things. She likes to drink coconut water only, but apparently she should be drinking more regular water. So I'm going to have to stay on top of that when I'm hanging out with her, and fucking make sure she's drinking more water. Everybody drink water. Very, very important. So yeah, we walked back, got back to the motel at like 1 a.m. Fucking basically passed out right after that because I was fucking exhausted. And we had to get up early anyway to check out, and I had a long ass drive back to Vermont, and she had to get on a bus to Ohio, which was a whole fuck fest for her. Sorry I couldn't bring you home, Emily. I'm very sorry about that. Um, but yeah, I had to go back to my place. She got kind of, I can't put her business out there. Basically, she ended up getting fucking sort of kind of stranded in fucking Columbus overnight. But anyway, it worked out. Her home girl hooked her up with a place to stay for the night and shit. But I need to make sure I bring you back proper, little miss. I need to make sure I return you uh, back to your house myself, because that's not it's not gentlemanly of me to just drop you off at the goddamn bus station like that in fucking Detroit of all places. All right, so we're gonna try Hallowicked now. And I'm fucking high, granted. So it's not like I'm gonna get any fucking higher at this point. As Whoop Conda said in the chat earlier, I'm higher than Pigeon Pussy. So god damn it, let's get even higher than Pigeon Pussy. Mm, that one's got a deeper, more earthy taste to it. Definitely easier to smoke, I feel like. Oh, there she goes. Wow. Yeah. So my review is this weed gets you high. That's my review. But yeah, both of these are really good strains. Goddamn, I'm sure anyone who smoked these would say so. Um, fuck. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, y'all. So this is a nice, healthy, over 2 hour stream. Thank you everybody for tuning in. I'm gonna fucking end this boy, or girl. Yeah, it's been a fun one. I still have other shit to talk about. Honestly, I didn't even hit everything, but we hit so much shit. I gotta save something for another stream for y'all. Hopefully, I'll do it later this week. Hopefully there'll be more news things to talk about. Maybe you'll see me put on the Chapter 17 shoes. If you guys want to see me put on the shoes, let me know any questions or comments or any of that shit. I'll try to answer your questions. Um, yeah, expect a bunch of album review videos coming as the year wraps up. I want to talk about the albums that came out this year that I really fuck with, and I'm gonna kind of do a track by track breakdown and talk about my thoughts about each song, and kind of get a little bit deeper about art and so much as musical stuff. Boy, I'm high. I'm talking about weird shit. All right, everybody, have a good night. I love you. Thank you for tuning in. Whoop whoop.